Hi everyone, thanks for stopping by. I'm going to share with you my album that I created for Country Craft Creations using the beautiful Authentique Gracious paper collection. This album was inspired by the gorgeous cut-aparts in this collection. I mean, the papers are beautiful, but the cut-aparts are just what moved me to make this album. So the album itself, the pages are 8 by 8. The album cover is 8.5 by 8.5. The spine is, I'm going to say, 2 3/4. I use the paper on the front, this gorgeous ribbon that I was sent with the kit from Country Craft Creations, and I believe you can buy it in the brown and a peach color, if I'm not mistaken. These flowers here, these three, no, these two and this one, these three, and this one here. So these four were in a Prima collection that was sent to me, and then this one is one that I had in my stash that I felt that just blended in, and plus it was a little bit bigger. This was another one that I took from a stash that I had. I used some of the seam binding that I received in the kit, which I've got the brown and the tan. I used one of a button and some twine from my stash. And then what I did with this gorgeous cut-apart is I layered it. So I layered it onto a piece of the paper collection, and then the Authentique Spectrum paper, another piece of the paper collection, and then the brown artesian cardstock. And my album is made from all with the artesian brown cardstock that Tammy sells. This is another one of the cut-aparts that I just layered onto excuse me, a piece of scrap of the paper collection. These leaves I found in my stash. And then on this one, I really kept the album more simple. I just thought I wanted this to be the whole focal point, is using this cut apart. So what I did was I did cover the spine with the Prima leather paper that Tammy also sells in the store under the Prima collections. And then the back, I just, again, kept it very simple, using the same gorgeous paper, and then the ribbon as well. On this album, I will tell you, I used one full collection, and then I used one more piece of the Authentique Spectrum in the spice color orange, and then I used three extra papers from the collection as well to finish the album, because I did end up making the album a little bit bigger than what I originally thought I would, and I added a few more areas that weren't in my original tutorial but have been edited in, so you will have the right page elements for each page, and they will also be included in my cutting guide. So this is the front, like I said, and it's going to open up, and of course it's not going to be the in front for us now. So you open it up, and here I've got a pocket, and with a nice size mat. The mat measures, I believe it is 8 inches by 4.5, so you can get a nice size for the pages, and I've matted both front and back. I've got a pocket here, and then again I incorporated the ribbon here with a button and some twine. This opens up and it reveals two areas for photos here. Nice area here for some photos, and again swings open another area. And again, like I said, this whole album is going to showcase these gorgeous cut aparts. So I used one of those, and all I did was again layered it onto a piece of the collection paper and then brown cardstock. And this opens up, and again this flap here, you have plenty of room for photos. opens up to another area for photos, and this I figured you could use for journaling. And then this has great big area for your photos. And that closes like that. Then page 1, I did a waterfall, and I'm not sure why my pages are getting bent up. But I'll have to double check that. So on this one, again, the pages are 8 by 8. So I did a waterfall, again, using this gorgeous cut apart. And then it flips open, and you can see where I used the ginger spectrum paper here. So you have a nice area here for lots of photos. Okay, and then this folds all the way over, and then you have an area for a photo here and another one of the beautiful cut aparts. This flap, you have an area here for your photos or journaling, and then it opens up to give you the wide landscape here for photos, and then 2 smaller areas for photos. And this just is magnetically closed, and I use one of the buttons there just as an accent. So now these are solid. There's no pockets in this page, these pages at all, because I didn't want pockets, because I wanted to incorporate as much as I could into the pages itself. So here you have 2 nice sized photo mats. I believe this is a 6 by 6, and then this is a 4 by 6, or 4.5 by 6 is what it looks like. And they both are covered front and back. Then I made a little pocket or booklet here that just slides in. I split the pocket there to fit this in, and this is magnetically closed. And again, another one of those beautiful cut aparts, and then it opens up to give you 2 areas for photos. And it just slides back in there, and then keeps it, the magnetic keeps it. This, I think, is probably one of my favorite papers in this whole collection. I don't know why. The pears just spoke to me. I mean, it's just gorgeous. I love the greens and the gold with it. And this cut apart is just absolutely gorgeous. And I added one of the little flowers here again. This is just matted onto brown cardstock, onto a piece of the collection paper, and then again with the brown cardstock. And it opens up and unfolds like this. And then I'm going to go ahead and use this because, so you've got room over here for a photo, you've got an area here for journaling, and then over here you've got photos, and I left this open so as a tuck spot so you could just slip in a photo or a little item that you wanted to hold in there. And again, plenty of room for photos there. So that folds back over. And then so that's page 3, page 4, I've got another waterfall, and this waterfall starts out as a booklet with both pages matted, and again a beautiful cut apart there, folds it down, this folds down, so you've got an area for journaling here, and I'm going to move this up so you can see. So you got an area for journaling here, and then here's our waterfall, and each one is covered in the matted on the back with the artesian cardstock. So, and then again, plenty of room for pictures, and then some area here for journaling, and then the wide open space here for photos. This one, another one of the beautiful cut aparts with I added the flower. This folds up, and look, and I forgot to add paper there, and I guess I'm going to have to go back in there and finish that one. I totally missed that. So you get that flap, flips open. So that's going to give you another area once I get it covered. And then this folds over, and so you have area for photos, big area here for photos, and a photo area here, and then this an area for photos, another one of the cut-aparts, and then you have a full, this is a little pocket here, and the tab fits right in there. The next page is a double pocket. In each one of these, I used another one of the cut-aparts and created a little booklet with each one. So this one's going to open that way. This one opens up this way. This one opens this way as well. And this one opens up this way. The next page is another beautiful cut apart, and this flips up, and you've got a little tuck spot in there that I've got holding another one of the cut aparts. One of the sentiments from the cut apart sheet: reflect upon your present blessings, upon which every man has plenty. And that's by Charles Dickens. And that folds over. This opens up, and again, another little tuck spot here for your photo, and the whole 8x8 page open for photos. And then you're going to flip it over, and I really wish I would have thought about this, and I've done this one other time, and I think why, after I do it, I'm thinking, why did I do that? If I was going to remake this, I would switch this from this side over this way so it opens this way, and my ties are here, so they don't get as squashed. They seem to get squashed when they're on this end, but it still works. So again, I just cut apart down, because I just wanted this sentiment on it. Shorter days and setting sun set the stage for autumn fun. Added another one of the flowers from my stash, and then again a waterfall that's going to give you plenty of photo area here. And then it folds it over, and again a wider photo area, and then one of the cut aparts there. And then on this one, another one of the pretty cut-aparts. Again, these cut-aparts are just absolutely gorgeous. And then this folds open, and I have a little pocket here with a cut-apart. And this I did leave open here, but I think it's more for decoration than it would be for putting a photo there. Over here we have a pocket, which I have two of the cut-aparts in. And it's a nice roomy pocket, as you can see. And then again, the full 8x8 page open. And then this, I think this paper is gorgeous too. I'm just really liking the green in this paper collection. So the last page, I did another cut apart, and I just cut out this part of it, and I wanted to use that as my focal point on the page. This is going to open up. And again, using the spectrum, it's giving you a solid background for either journaling and a small photo, or you can slip a photo in there. This is left open, and as well as that, lots of room for photos on those. And then down here you have a little tuck spot pocket with two more cut-aparts. And may the bounties of the season fill your heart and home. And again, I just matted that on brown cardstock. So the back page is just similar to the front inside cover. You've got your 8x4.5 tag in your pocket here. And then this opens up to give you your two areas here and here. And then you've got another one of our cut-aparts here to showcase. And again, lots of room for area for photos. And that is my album. I will have the tutorial up on and shared on my YouTube channel by tomorrow, Monday the 2nd. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message. Again, thank you for so many great comments on my album. I really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy my project. Thanks again. Bye-bye.